I see the blue for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hey everyone, it's Mikaela here. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. It's been 3 months, so I apologize for that. However, today I'm going to be talking about a part of my life that I have not shared with you guys yet, and it's really, really exciting. There have been a lot of times where I've been on YouTube and I've come across college reaction or college decision videos, and I've never made one because I went to community college. So community college has been quite a journey for me. There have been a lot of emotions tied to it. I started off really hating the whole experience because I felt almost embarrassed that I wasn't going to a 4-year right out of high school. But in the end, it really did give me the freedom to explore what I wanted to study versus what other people thought I should be studying, or what I thought even for myself I should be studying. So entering into community college, I came in with the intention of majoring in kinesiology because of my background in gymnastics and in track and field. I thought it would be a really interesting field to work in because I have had physical therapy for my ankle and for my back, both within the confines of the sports that I did. However, then I ended up wondering maybe I would like psychology a little bit better, and then that led into, perhaps maybe I'd like political science and criminal justice, and I could double major in that. So for a majority of the 2 years that I was in community college, I studied criminal justice and I studied political science, mostly criminal justice because that was where my mind was at, and I wanted to go to law school. But around 8 months ago, I had a talk with my mom at one point, and she asked me straight off the bat, "Are you happy?" And it's just a simple question. I said, "Yes, I am happy." And then she said, "No, are you really, really happy with what you're doing, with what you're studying?" And I just broke down because I wasn't happy and I didn't want to study criminal justice. I really wanted to be studying music and songwriting and music business, and that's what my passion is in life, and that's what I want to do with the rest of my life. I don't want to work in law. And I think it was really funny because my mom immediately told me that she knew that I was not going to work in law. She knew right from the get-go that I was going to be somehow finding my way into music. And I'm really thankful for her allowing me to figure that out on my own, because I think I would have probably resented her if I would have felt pushed to be studying music. And I know that the decision ultimately came from me and not from anyone else. And so I'm really, really thankful for turning out that way. After that conversation in early August, I started gathering information about different music schools around the country where I could go study. Now, the tricky part about this was that I wasn't looking to study classical music. I was looking to study contemporary music because that is what would offer music production, songwriting, and or music business. I cannot tell you how hard it is to actually find schools that offer what I was looking for. A majority of schools are focused and tailored towards classical music. This proved to be a big problem for me because I don't want to study classical music. I want to study contemporary music, pop, rock, alternative, all different types of genres. I have an appreciation for classical, but it's not where my heart is and it's not what I write. So I finally started narrowing it down. You kind of have to type in different keywords like songwriting, music production, commercial music is a big one that I would have to type in when looking for colleges. So I'm actually going to be making a separate video tailored to what I did to find those specific colleges that catered to what I wanted to personally study, because it can be a little bit tricky, particularly for music students. And the reason that this is because a lot of the times musicians will not go to college and they'll just pursue it on their own. But I thought, and I still believe to this day, that it's really important for me to have a quality education, and I've always wanted to be in a college environment. So all in all, I applied to 6 different universities, and those ended up being Los Angeles College of Music, Ball State University, Lipscomb University, Belmont University, Berklee College of Music, and NYU. Other schools I did take into consideration were University of Miami, particularly their Frost School of Music, University of Colorado, Denver, and that was it. I also ended up getting a packet for USC, even though I never applied there, which was interesting. So here comes the exciting part. So the schools that I got into were Lipscomb, Los Angeles College of Music, Berklee College of Music, Ball State University, and Belmont University. I got rejected from NYU, but I didn't necessarily think I would get into that school. And I didn't have that great of a reaction to that news. I got a double whammy on that day. So I had gotten rejected from NYU and Belmont's songwriting program. Initially, I had gotten into Belmont's music business program, and I was really excited about that. However, so I got rejected from both NYU and Belmont's songwriting program on the same day, and that video that you see, that's me opening up my Belmont songwriting decision letter right after I found out that I was rejected from NYU, and I didn't know if I was gonna actually show that, but I look at that now and I laugh about it because I think everything was meant to happen the way that it has, and I'm really excited for the college that I am going to be going to, which is what I'm going to talk about next. So after all my college decisions came in, I sat down and thought about, okay, where could I see myself going and what schools do I need to visit? So the top 2 schools that I chose were Berklee College of Music and Belmont University. And since these were both out-of-state schools, my aunt, she had brought up the idea of going to visit their campus and taking a campus tour, and I'm so grateful for that. And I suggest to anyone who's going through the college process, if you have a chance to go take some campus tours, do it, because it really helped me make my decision and feel comfortable with where I was going. I scheduled a tour on the long Valentine's Day and President's Day weekend because my aunt was able to get some time off from work, and then I was also not taking any classes currently to keep me transfer eligible. We left on the Thursday morning of the 13th, and we flew to Boston. It was a great 5-hour flight. We landed in Boston around 4:26, and we got to our hotel. We planned it out to see Berklee College of Music first, and then Belmont University on the way back because it was just going to be easier that way. On the 14th, we woke up, got something to eat really quickly, and then we went to Berklee College of Music. It's really a game changer seeing how the campus layout is, because Berklee is not necessarily one of those schools that is a traditional college campus. So the way that Berklee campus works is that it is interwoven into city buildings. So it looks like a normal apartment building, but in reality it's all classrooms, administrative buildings, and dorms. So I didn't know if I would necessarily like the layout because I kind of went through that same experience when looking at Los Angeles College of Music, and I didn't like it because it felt too congested and too small of a place. LICM was a really good school, but their campus was just 2 buildings side by side, and that scared me when going into Berklee because I didn't know if it was going to be the same situation. However, Berklee exceeded all my expectations and more, and it's a really creative environment, and I could see myself living in Boston. The next couple of days were just kind of exploring Boston and more of the city and getting the layout, going to Cambridge a little bit. Overall, Boston and Cambridge and Massachusetts as a whole is such a beautiful place to be in, and so was really excited that we started off there. Then my aunt and I made our way to Nashville, and I was super excited for Nashville because I had such a great time in Boston, and now I was going to another city that I had never been to, and it could potentially be my home. We had Sunday to explore now, and then the 17th, which is President's Day, was the Belmont tour. We got to Nashville and we woke up on the 16th and we just explored all over the city. So Nashville's just a really great city for music lovers. There's songwriters everywhere on every street corner. They start from 10:30 in the morning and go into the hours of the night, and it was quite the experience. I enjoyed walking down Music Row and seeing all the honky tonks. There's so much history within Nashville, from all the different types of honky tonks to the Ryman Auditorium, which is iconic, to even Belmont itself and Belmont's mansion. So on the 17th, I got up, got ready to head over to Belmont's campus tour, and I have to say there was part of me that was a little bit nervous of going because, I don't know, there was just, I felt it in my gut that something was off with me, and I didn't know, maybe it was the travel. So I just kept an open mind. Throughout this experience, I had been doing a pro and cons list of both locations because I wanted to see what my mind was thinking in real time. And so that was something that I kept in mind. Okay, whatever you're feeling, write it down in your pros and cons. And there are both pros and cons for both location, and one of the major ones for both was the fact that I was not going to be in California when I had pictured myself being in California for college. So as we're taking Belmont's campus tour, I noticed that my energy was off, but I just kept on reminding myself, keep an open mind, keep an open mind. One thing that a person says could make you want to go here and could make this your dream school. Because at this point I didn't really have a dream school. I hadn't expected to get into Berkeley at all, and I knew Belmont was a really hard school to get into as well. I was just so thankful to be in the scenario that I was in, where I had two amazing schools, and it was really just weighing out and figuring out what is better for me and what environment do I see myself thriving in. At the conclusion of the campus tour at Belmont, we got a free lunch voucher to go, and so my aunt and I went to go and have lunch in the cafeteria. We automatically picked like a corner window spot because we definitely wanted to talk about what was going on in my brain and how I was feeling, how I was processing everything. And so I decided to read off the pros and cons list to her, and I don't know, I'll put the pros and cons list somewhere up here, because if you want to pause the video and see how I felt about each school, that might give a little bit more context into what my real-time thinking was when I went to each school. And so I think I felt really confused because I think initially going into it, I expected one to be a strong leader over the other, and then it was the complete opposite of what I had thought, and I was scared. I was truly scared because it wasn't what I had expected at all. And I think that's why campus tours can be really great, because the place that I now thought that I wanted to go to was not actually where I wanted to go to. I'm excited to announce that I will be going to So I'm going to be attending Berklee College of Music. This was a really difficult decision for me to make because I was, like I said, in the scenario where I was able to choose between two what I would consider as dream schools. Did not expect to get into either one of them, but when I did get into both of them, it completely blew my mind because Berkeley and Belmont seemed just like completely out of my comfort zone, out of my stratosphere. I would never be able to reach them. And then when I found out that I was accepted into both and not just one, that was crazy in itself. So yeah, I'm going to be studying at Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm going to be a professional music major, which means that I'm going to be studying 3 different majors and kind of creating my own. So the breakdown of that would be songwriting, music production, and music business. And I am so freaking excited because this is, it's a dream. Like, I feel like I'm dreaming, and I've kind of been on cloud 9 for the past couple of weeks after making this final decision. So I do plan on making another video relating to Berkeley and Belmont and my experience while applying for those schools, because I do believe that it's important to share the wealth, share the knowledge. This has been a really surreal experience, and if you were to have told me 2.5 years ago that I would be even accepted into Berkeley or Belmont, I would have said no way. And to even be at a place where I chose to go to Berkeley, that's insane. And I'm getting to study what I love, which is music, and I'm very thankful to have the family that I have, who has been so supportive throughout this whole entire process. And I don't know what I would do without them. I honestly don't. So that's that. May 2020, here we come.